Hi everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. Today I am making some snowman ornaments. I'm so excited to find the nice big clear ornaments at Dollar Tree. These are they're just so nice. They have, I think there's 3 different sizes of these, but I got the biggest one I could find there. And then we're also going to make some out of these ping pong balls. What do they call them at Dollar Tree though? Table tennis balls, whatever. You get 6 of them in here. So I've already started that because I only got 1 left. But I just dropped my little pom-poms back here. But these are going to be a lot of fun, and they're going to be really easy. It's something you could even do with the kids, maybe minus the hot glue, but you could use regular glue. You don't have to use hot glue. But for this guy, I am going to coat him with some Mod Podge and water. This was halfway full of Mod Podge. I filled the rest of the way up with water. Just give it a good shake here to make it more manageable. I know other people use things like Mop and Glow and stuff that you can use too to do this, because then we're going to put some of this really pretty white glitter in here. Well, it's called crystal. I got this at Michael's a long time ago. You can get this stuff anywhere, but I like the crystal. And yeah, this is just going to be so simple. What is dinging at my door? This thing dings all the time. I think it's just the wind. It is so windy out that it's ridiculous. All right, so we're going to take this thing out of here because we're not going to use this at all. And you'll see why later. But then we're just going to take some of this Mod Podge and water. We're going to squirt a good amount in there to work with. And then we are just going to swirl this all around and get everything nice and coated here with this Mod Podge mixture. And I have a plastic cup here that after I get this all coated nicely, that we are just gonna turn this upside down. Just want to make sure I get all that on there good. See, it's easier to work with if you add the water to it. So that should run down there just fine. So we're just going to turn that upside down. Looks like I got it good. And we're just going to let some of that drain out of there until it's done dripping. So that's what we're going to do with that. We are going to make a little hat for this guy. I have a bunch of, these were scarves that I picked up at Dollar Tree over the years. I don't know if they have these particular pretty ones anymore. I really haven't seen them, but you can get them anywhere. They're not that expensive like Walmart or something, even if you can't find them at Dollar Tree. Last ones I saw at Dollar Tree, what they have out right now, are more like just plain colors. Unless they haven't gotten them all out yet. But hopefully they come out with some pretty ones. But these were all from Dollar Tree. And that's what we're going to make his little hat with. Or this one's going to be the little girl one. I already have ones done over there, so we can start working on that. And then for the ping pong balls, we are just going to put a little face on them. And they're also going to get a hat and some decorations on them. But these are so easy to make. So while this thing's draining here, I also have a little candle holder here, which is easy to hold these things while they're drying. So for this guy here, I have a little bit of black paint. I'm using chalk paint. It doesn't matter what you want to use. You can use whatever. Chalk paint just seems to stick better to like plastics and stuff. And then I'm just going to use one of these little embossing tools just because I just have a little more control. I mean, you can use a paintbrush if you want, but this is just easier for me. So I'm going to take the side that has the bigger ball on it. These are from Dollar Tree. And we're just going to dip that in the paint there. And we're going to make some little eyes. Come on now. But I just have a little bit more control with this thing than I do with a paintbrush. Just kind of spin it around in circles. And there's a seam on each side, so you want to kind of make sure you have that off to the side. But we're just going to spin these around here to make these little eyes. I am going to use a little brush to do the nose, though. Alright, so there is that. And then you're going to want to make a mouth, but I think I'm going to wait till after I do the nose. Just gives me a little bit more of a guide. And I'm just using some of this, what little bit of this that I have left of this burnt orange Craft Smart paint. I got this at Michael's too a while back. And you're only going to need like a drop of this for these. I don't have anything to drop this. Oh, here, you know what? I'm just going to use this tag here and just put a little drop of this paint if I can get it to come out. There we go. Just need a teeny bit. Teeny, teeny, teeny bit. And let's see, where do I have a nice little pointy brush here? Here we go. This will work just fine. So, I'm just going to take a little bit of this orange, and then I just like to start over here by this one eyeball here and make kind of like a half circle, and then just kind of go from there. Make them, none of mine are exactly the same, so that's fine. So I'm just going to make this nose here. There's his little carrot nose, easy peasy, and that's it. That's all the, wish I could get that back in the bottle, that little drop, since I don't have much. And then I'm going to go back with this, and now I have, you know, kind of like a guide here of, you know, where I want his mouth. So I'll start here in the middle, and then I like to go up here, and up here, and hopefully I get it even. Not always. And then put one in between there. And there is his little mouth. Alright, so let me set that back there. Where is my paper towel that I just had? I think I buried it. Alright, so we're just going to wipe that side off. Now with the other end, I don't even wait till this is dry. You can if you want to. With the other end, I'm just going to take a little bit of white paint. Let me move that aside. This little guy here is still dripping. Alright. And I'm not even going to dump this out because I'm going to need the tiniest bit. I'm just going to take the smaller side of this, swirl that down around in the paint a little bit, and just make a little dot on each eye. One there, and one there. And there you go. And there's your little snowman face. And that's all you got to do for those. So we're going to set him aside to dry. Here we go. Alright, let me wipe this off. These are easy. You just wipe these off with a paper towel and you're ready to go on the next adventure. Alright, so that is it for that. Like I said, these are going to be so easy and they're so cute. Okay, so now we want to get some of this glitter in here. It's still not quite done dripping. I think it's close enough though, because we're going to let it drip some more after we get the, that spot looks like it didn't stick. Okay. I made a little funnel with just a piece of cardstock or whatever you have. I just folded up, put a piece of tape on it, made a little funnel to stick in the top of this, and now you're not going to be able to see because I'm going to have to move this. Here we go. There we go. Just a little funnel there. And then we're just going to take this glitter and just pour a bunch of it down in there. I should have just took the lid off. It would have made my life so much easier. There we go. Just pour a bunch down in there. We're going to get it back out so it doesn't stick. And then you're just going to kind of move that glitter around. Let it stick to your Mod Podge. Or not your Mod, yes, Mod Podge. I think it's going to be nice. And when it dries, the Mod Podge will be clear, so it'll be real. I'll show you the one that's I have over here that's already dry. But I figured I'd get this one going here. And you're going to want to hold that over top of the wrong one. Get some of this excess out and maybe save it for something else. Just keep shaking it till you get the majority of that out of there. Okay, so I'm just going to stick them back on there. Then we have all this glitter we can put back in here that didn't get stuck to anything. And I didn't do that well, but it's okay. Just clean this little bit up here. Alright. So now that's drying. So we got all of our things drying here. Now I'll show you the one that I already have that's dry that we can start working on. So this is kind of what it's going to look like when it's all done. It's very glittery. You can still see through it a little bit. So it's not, you know, completely white inside or anything, but it's going to look really pretty with like Christmas lights and things. So I'm take this bowl here just because this holds everything in place for me really nicely. All right, so I already made a little hat here. I'll show you, but then I'll show you how I made it. It's just this little like beanie hat. And I think that's going to look real cute on here. So I want to make one out of this pink. Hoping this is going to be wide enough because for some reason this scarf was a little bit more narrow than the other ones. Let me cut that tag off of there. Alright, now to make this hat, all I do is I take whatever I'm using, whatever material you're using. I mean, you can use regular material too, you know, it doesn't have to be one of these scarves, but it's easier if it's stretchy material. That just makes it so much easier. Alright, so we're going to pull that around there to get the size we need. Come on, get up here. You're making it difficult, and it's really not. And then you're just going to see where it overlaps. Just let it overlap like a ½ inch, and then just cut that off. Right up this... I don't know which good scissors I have here. I have glue on almost all my scissors now. Because, you know... I don't pay attention. I usually have ones that I use just for material, ones that I use just for like paper, and the other ones like for the sticky stickers and things, but they tend to get mixed up. But anyway, let me lower this back down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now you're going to take that, and usually like the other ones, I would double this up like twice. Let's see, this looks like the outside a little brighter. I would like double this up 2 times and glue it down to make a nice little brim. But since this one is so much smaller, I'm just going to put it up. I think I cut this one, honestly, because it doesn't look that even. So I may have cut it. But anyway, whatever, you want to keep it so your, you know, pretty pattern's facing you. And then we're just going to push this up maybe like, I don't know, that's probably maybe a ½ inch. Or, you know, however you like it. And we're just going to put a little hot glue on here and glue that down. Like I said, this is so easy. And if you want, you can run this through the sewing machine. You don't have to hot glue it. I'm just showing the quickest, easiest way here. And not everybody has a sewing machine. So this just makes these. And like I said, you could use like fabric glue or whatever. It doesn't have to be hot glue if you want to do this like with the kids and stuff. So we're just going to go all the way down this edge here, and hopefully that's not going to show in the back. So I just realized that's where I cut my tag off. I can get that off of there though. Oh, look at that, it came right off. Yay. I didn't have to pick at it. Alright, and so that's that. So there's our little, it's going to be like the front of the hat. And now we are going to take this and fold it with that when you fold it up, put that on the inside now. So that is on the inside. And then we are going to run a seam of glue up this one side. Very simple. Since I get some more glue. Just put a bead of glue all the way up. Just like you're sewing it together. And then you're just going to put that down. And there you go. You got your seam done. Get in there. Alright, let that cool for a second. But for this one, I really don't need to. I need, let's see, what do I want to use for this? I have some pink string here. This is a little baker's twine. You can use whatever little string you have. I'm just going to take a piece of this string, and then while it's still inside out, you kind of want to just bunch this together. Now this one I'm going to have to try to get it as close to the top as I can because, like I said, for some reason this one's so much smaller than my other one. But you're going to bunch that all together like that. Just pinch it all together. See, it already looks like a little hat. Some of them I leave on the outside. This one's going to be on the inside because I want to put a big pom-pom on top of this. And then you're just going to take your string and try to get that under my thumb. And I like to wrap it around like, 2 or 3 times. Maybe we'll do 3. And just give that a good yank. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then you're just going to tie a knot in it. And I'm hoping that this is going to fit good enough, because I really want to use this scarf. Because I want a boy one and I want a girl one. So hopefully this is going to fit. Alright, and then you just cut off the end here. And then that'll look something like this. So now you're just going to flip it right side out. And there is your little beanie hat. So simple. Alright, so we can actually put that one on this one. And I want to try it. And that's what I said. We're not going to need this because we're actually going to put a string through the hat to hang this. These are very light. And these are going to be hot glued on here. And there is a seam. Here's the seam. So there's also a seam on these. This one's hard to see. But you want to make sure... maybe we'll start with the... No, I don't want to start with the back. But anyway, that's going to get glued on just like so. So cute. Where'd my seam go? I lost it again. This one's really hard to feel. This one's only got a tiny seam. Alright, so, wow, why am I not... Oh, here it is, way back. How did I get way back there? I'm trying to find the top of this ornament. Alright. But just mess around with it wherever you want it to be. Alright, I think that's good. I think. I can't even see it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so we're fine. So now, I like to do the one spot in the front here. So I get that exactly where I want it. Just glue that down. And then pull. I always like it to go down a little bit more in the back. So I think that just looks cute that way. This one, thank goodness this is fitting, because I would have been very upset because I really wanted to use this scarf. Alright, and then we're just going to go around the edge here and make sure this is glued down really good, because this is what's going to hold this ornament up. So you want to make sure that you get it all up underneath here real good. Just glue that down. Easy peasy. There you go. And there's your little hat. Stay there. Whoops, I just pushed it right out of the glue, didn't I? Alright, so now here's our front. We got your seam in the back. And now we need to figure out what... I don't know which face I want to use. I have these stickers that I got from Amazon for this. And I think, well, this will be good for the little girl because it has eyelashes. So I think we'll use that one. Oh, and it has a bow. I don't want the bow, so I'm going to have to cut that off. Alright. You can just look up snowman faces on Amazon. I got these quite a long time ago. But I don't want the bow. So the bow has got to go. There we go. Oh, let's have these cute eyelashes, minus the fuzzy I just got on there. Alright, so let's see. I can't even tell where I peeled that off of. Oh, right there's the rest of it. Alright, where's my back? There's the back. So we're just going to put these little eyes up here. I like to get them kind of close to the hat. So it doesn't get any easier than this. You don't have to worry about painting or getting it on quite right. That's my problem. But let's see if we can get that down. I didn't do the best. But maybe I'll try to fix that after. I don't know if I can get it off. Hang on, guys. I gotta pull this up close to me so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, I can. There we go. I got it lifted up. So I got that big crease in there. I don't want that there. There we go. I got it out. Yay. Alright, so there are the eyeballs. And now we need... Let's see. Was it this one? I don't know. I'm losing my marbles here. But anyway, it doesn't matter. These are pretty much all the same. So we got the nose. Put that right here. And then you have your little mouth that goes right here. Come on, I think that looks good right there. And there's her little face. Isn't she cute? They are so cute. So the other one I want to use just plain eyes, you know, no lashes or anything for the little boy one. Alright, so let me set that aside for now. And then you just got to figure out how you want to decorate this. I know I want a pom-pom up here. Let me get this hat over a little more so I can put that right up here on the top. And these are from Dollar Tree. They're actually, what are they calling these? Snowballs, I believe. Do I have the tag? Of course not. But there's like 6 of them that come in here. No, there isn't. I'm lying. There's 8. And they have these in different sizes too. So this is like the medium size one, I want to say. So we're going to put a big glop of glue up here and just glue that on the top. And there you have a little pom-pom on the top of her hat. So cute. Alright, I'm just going to set her over here and let that dry. All the hats I'm making pretty much the same way. So I'll show you the other ones I made. But yeah, they're all going to be done pretty much the same. And then we're going to put our... This is why I don't do it in the beginning. We're going to figure out, once we get all our decorations on here and everything, of how this is going to hang. And then we'll figure out exactly where we want to put our string. My dogs are going crazy out in the hallway. Alright, so we got that. Now I need some of my little pines. Where did I put you? Trying to get some stuff out of my way. But I love these pines from Dollar Tree. I don't know if I have another gold one though. Do I? Oh, I do. We can use these. They don't have to be perfect. My dogs are going crazy in the hallway. Well, let's use these two since I kind of messed these up a little cutting them. Let me just trim these up. Cut that off there. And I got a glue web that's haunting me. There we go. And then we'll take the other side. I gotta make them about the same size. Cut that off. I figured this will look pretty right up here. We're going to do some greens, we're going to do some berries, and all that good stuff. So let me glue this down. There we go. We'll let that cool for a little bit. I have some snowflakes I can... Do I have any more in here? I do. Let's see. I need another one now. Do I have another one? I'll have to get another. Oh, no, I do. Here it is. These little snowflakes I get from Temu also. I use these on all kinds of projects. You guys know if you watch my channel that I use them all the time. But I thought these might look cute on the pines. The other ones I didn't put on the pines, but these I think will be perfect. Just a couple little snowflakes. And where did it go? Here it is. One there. I should have you over here more so you can see. There we go. Put you back in your bowl. And then maybe one up there. I'm going to drop this yet. I know everybody keeps telling me to use tweezers. I just use my fingers. I have ordered some tweezers though, because some of these little things are really a pain. Alright, so now we'll just let that cool for a minute, and then I'm going to go over here and find my berries and change the battery in this camera because it's dying, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got some of these berries. These I got at Dollar Tree. Like 36 small berries in here, and they're all on a little wire. I just cut them off with my wire cutters, you know. So I'm going to put 3 on here. It just seems to be the thing to do. Things in 3. So let's see. Let's get you down here. I need to tip you up a little more so this stays while it cools. Back there. Ah, you're moving on me already. One back here. And let me get this other one here. One right Alright, so let me just hold those a second while that glue is cooling off. See what's dinging my phone again. This drives me nuts sometimes. Comes in handy because, oh, I moved that one. I'll put a little more glue down there since I just yanked it off of where it was supposed to be. It comes in handy, especially when I'm in my craft room, because I don't usually have my phone in here. But there we go. And that's pretty much all I'm going to do to this little girl. Is just give her little berries and her little things. I mean, you could put anything on here you want. I do have some really pretty silvery, it's just called metallic greenery. I picked this up from Dollar Tree too. And sometimes these little leaves, I just like to pick some of these off and just, you know, like tuck a couple here and there. They just look really pretty. Not quite, maybe I'll put one up there. That looks cool. Put one there. Gotta make her a little bit more fancier than the boy snowman. Or snow girl's gotta look prettier. Alright, a couple more of these in here. Let's see, let's tuck one up in here. Oh, that looks cute. And I'm gonna put one over here. Behind this snowflake, maybe. There we go. Oh, she's fancy now. I just gotta get all these glue webs off of here. She'll be even more fancier. But look how pretty. Alright, so now I'm gonna sit here and figure out if I hold it right here. I think that keeps her straight. Right about there. Alright. So now I'm just going to take a piece of, this is just embroidery thread. I got this at, I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. It has like a glitter to it, a gold glitter. And it's a nice strong thread. But yeah, I figured this will work perfect. Since these aren't really heavy or anything, we can just kind of put this right through here, like so. And then you're going to want to pull that out. And then just figure out how much you want on here. I think that looks good. Enough to hang it. I don't even know if I'm going to hang these on a tree. I think I'm going to hang these like around the house. Because I think they're just too darn cute. And they're kind of big for my tree. My little skinny tree. I love my little skinny tree. There we go. And I like to make it a little bit longer because I never know exactly where I'm going to put this yet. So if I need to make it shorter, that's easy. So there we go. And that is how she will hang with her little hanger here. But yeah, ain't he cute? So pretty. Love these things. I love snowmen. So I mean, who doesn't love a snowman? They're just so super cute. Okay, now let me get this stuff out of the way. We're still letting the other one dry. So let's do a ping pong ball. Where'd it go? Where did my ping pong ball that has nothing on it go? Oh, here it is. I threw a scarf on top of it, and it's not in there. Alright, I gotta find my ping pong ball. It got away from me. Okay, got the ping pong ball. I don't know what I was looking for. I already painted the ping pong ball. You know, this weather and this electric going out constantly is driving me out of my mind. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Alright, anyway, I have a piece of the other scarf here. This is way too big. But we're just gonna go with it here. I'm gonna roll up. Now this one I'm gonna roll up twice because I got plenty of this stuff. This side looks a little brighter. Okay. So we're just gonna fold this up like a 1/2 inch, roll it over. This one's very stretchy, so it's gonna be a little harder. Glue down. I need more hot glue. Yeah, I'm just doing this slightly different. It's just a little bit different than the other one. Not much. And I probably don't even need this length that I'm doing here, but no, we're just going to finish it up here now. I went this far. And all these fuzzies are sticking to my glue gun. All right. End here. Let me see if I can get some of this off. There we go. Okay, and now we just need to measure this, just like we did with the other one. Oh, who's outside yelling? You're going to measure it the same way. Just wrap it around the wall, like halfway. Leave yourself about 1/2 inch so you can make your seam. And then cut that excess off. And I've got to find my good fabric scissors because this is driving me crazy. Okay, and then again, you're going to put the one that you rolled up, you want that on the inside. And we're just going to glue that together. This is way too long for this tennis ball, or ping pong ball rather. But we're just going to glue that up there. I don't need it all the way up. And then, as soon as that cools down for a second here, we're going to flip it around and then trim that off because it's way, way too long. Now for this one, I'm going to use some of these little bitty berries that I have. I think these came from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. Michael's, Hobby Lobby, one of those two. They have all those cute little goodies out this time of year. All right, let's see. Can I turn you? Yes, I can. All right. Now we're going to turn that. This is way too big, so don't even worry. It's not going to stay like this. And then we're going to do the same thing with this guy. We're going to get it on here where we want it. He's got a much bigger hat. Of course, he's a little guy. All right. I think that looks good right there. And then we'll just go around the side here and adjust this where we want it. Like I said, easy peasy. Alright, oops, that glue's coming out. There we go. So cute. Alright, so then with this guy here, I got a little too much glue sticking out. There we go. We're just going to pull this hat up this way on top of his little head and get it in the right spot. I'll take a piece, I have some of this here, baker's twine. Oh, these scissors are awful. I apparently use those for something sticky. But then again, you're just going to wrap this around. I do it, like I said, 3 times. This one you want more tighter to the ping pong ball. Because this pom-pom thing is just going to be like made from the hat on the outside. I always tie it 3 times. I don't know why. I just do. I guess that's for good luck. But let's see. Cut that off. And then let's cut a little bit better. And see, and it looks like this. And then you're just going to go a little bit above that string, probably 1/2 inch, and just trim that off. And there is your little pom-pom on top of this guy. There we go. So this one's on the outside, the other one we left on the inside. But they're made exactly the same. It just depends on where you tie it off. So that is his little hat. And then again, we're going to take a piece of this string here and put it right here in the front. Come on. Trying to get it even here. My hand doesn't want to stay where I want it to. Alright, and there you go. There's your little hanger for that. They've got to be out here working on this road again. It's driving me crazy. I hear people yelling and whatnot. Drive me nuts. Alright. And it makes my dogs bark when these people are out here constantly working on this new drainage system and stuff. Alright, but they're almost done. They should be out of here. But anyway, there's our little hanger for this guy. And then we're going to add a few little decorations to him. I'm just going to cut off a couple more of these. And these are going to be real small because he's little. I love this pine. These come in that, you know, like a bag at Dollar Tree with the glitter and everything already on them. So we're just going to put this right on the top here. Put one over here. Try to get it even. And then the one over here. And then we're going to just use some of these little berries on this guy. Because he's needle. Alright. So I'm just going to pull out a couple of these. And let's see, we're going to fold that one over in half. And then we want a piece here. Another one from the second one. We're just going to twist those together real good. Hopefully this is going to work good. It did in my head. Alright, so we got those twisted together. Then we're going to cut that off. Fold that up a little bit. Come on, fingers. There we go. And then hopefully we can just glue that right down on there. And they'll be pretty. Just like so. So let me plop some glue down in there. And we'll just stick our little berries right in. There we go. Ta-da! First try. And then you could add like a little snowflake to this or whatever else you'd want to this. I think this guy, I'm going to put a candy cane just because. And now with these candy canes that I found, I told you guys, I got these on Temu and they're like a silicone. And the only glue that I found that holds to this silicone is this Fix-All adhesive from Dollar Tree. It's Super Glue Fix-All glue, it's called. And this is the only thing that I found that really holds to silicone. So yay. So put a little bit on that. You don't need a lot of this either. This stuff holds like crazy. Now I'm going to try to tuck that back here. There we go. Hold my little hanger so I don't mess that up. There we go. And I just have a little candy cane sticking out of the top. How cute is he? So he is done. I'm not going to do anything else to this little guy, but these are great. I'm going to, whoops, add one of these to those little gift baskets that I made the other day, the little wood crates that I did. So this will be one of the things that's going to be going into those, which I'll show you guys. When I get everything together, I'll show you, but I don't have everything yet. But there's that guy. And then I did these all exactly the same, just show you a little bit different variation. This one was actually a fuzzy sock. Just cut it the same way, roll it up the same way, glue it on. So we have that guy there. I did one in that pink, the same as that girl there. But I made all the hats the same, all the little pom-poms on the outside of this one. So we got that one with a snowflake, and then this little one here in blue. And this one I put a little candy cane on too, and I thought that would look cute. But yeah, I mean, all the faces are a tiny bit different. Nothing's exactly the same there, but I think they're really cute. Okay, so that is it for that. Now the only other thing I have to do is put this other big one together. Let me get that out of the way. So let's see. And since we're not putting this top back on here, it'll still get enough air that this thing is going to completely dry. So I'm not even worried about that, but I do need something to set this in. Let me set this in my little bowl here. So I already made his hat, just like I made the little girls. That one's on the inside. So we're just going to glue this on. What do I have poking me through here? I don't know. That's hot glue on my finger. Try to get that where the top is. There we go. That one's better. The other one I didn't quite get right. Now, where's that seam? Well, you know what? I can't find it. I don't think it's going to matter. Alright, so I'm going to glue this in place in the front here where I want it. quite a bit of glue up underneath there. Like I said, that's what's going to hold this guy up. So you don't want the hat to come off. All right, and then the back is going to come down just a little bit further. See how it comes down just a little bit lower in the back. And then I just want to make sure I get lots and lots of hot glue up underneath there. And a little more over here. And there we go. And his hat's on. I'm going to put the face and stuff on before I try to get the big pom-pom on top. So let's grab another face here. I wish I knew what they were yelling about out there. I mean, I don't really care. I do. I just want them to be done with this road. I am so over it. Kind of want to find something similar in size. Are those similar? They might be too small. Well, it doesn't matter. Alright, so we're just going to... They have eyebrows and stuff. I don't want the eyebrows, I don't think, on them. But, no. So here is one of the eyes. There's just so many of these different faces. I couldn't make up my mind which ones I wanted to use. I don't know why all these snowmen look cross-eyed. Why do we all have to look cross-eyed? They all do. Oh well. There you go. There's those eyes. These are easier to put on too because they weren't connected like the other ones were. I got a real squiggly nose. I mean, how easy is this? So easy. Alright, here's a silly little mouth. Could have been a little lower, but that's okay. There. And there's him's little face. Alright, so now we got that on there. Easy peasy. Turn our pom-pom. There we go. I didn't get another one out. That's why I can't find it. That'll go right up there. See, this one I got exactly on the top. The other one I didn't so much, but it still works out. So, big glop of glue for that guy. And then we just have to decorate him up. I'm going to pretty much do the same thing as I did for that one, hopefully. I don't know if I have more of that pine. Wait, I do. Well, I got one piece. And there's a little piece. Alright, I gotta dig through my stuff here because I thought I had another. Oh no, it's right here in front of my face. A whole pack of them. But that's what these are, the 6 mini pine. They come in a bag like this. Alright, because I want the bigger pieces for these guys because these guys are much larger. So we'll cut that off there. Cut that off there. And there we go. I can just toss this back down here in my bucket of pine. Alright. So we'll just get him all done up here. This side looks more sparkly, so we'll put the glue on that side. Here's I'm going to make it stand up a little more because we're not going to add quite as many pretties. Just to make her look more special, that's all. Put them up like that. Get a few more of those berries. Why do I keep losing everything? This happens when I'm in here throwing things around and making stuff. What did I do with the big bag of berries? I put them away. That's what I did. Okay. I try to be organized, guys. I really do. But then I get to digging through this and digging through that and saying, oh, this will work, that'll work. And, well, you guys, you crafters know, it turns into a whole big hoopla of a mess. All right. I do love the pine and the berries. I could put them on just about anything. but he does need some snowflakes, so I'm going to have to grab a couple of those. Alright, now let's see. I'm going to just put his snowflake on his hat. I think that'll look cute. Right there on the brim of his hat. Let's see. Maybe I'll put another one like up here on the hat. Or do I want it over here? No, I don't want it even like that. We're going to put this one up on the other side of the hat. Why not? That'll work. But there, that's all I'm going to do to this guy. Ain't he cute? Love it. These would make a nice little gift for somebody too if you want to part with them. I don't think I can because they're so darn cute, but I do have to get all this glue webs off of here. Alright, he just needs a hanger. So that's all that needs to be done. I'll put this on later. I'll let you guys go here because it's the same old. Putting that, just a loop of string right through here is how he's going to hang. And he'll be so cute. But anyway, let me pull these guys all over here. Look at those. Aren't they adorable? And then we have all of our little, our little itty bitties. But here, let's get these on here real quick here so you can just see them all together. I think they look really cute as a group. They really do. Alright, hang that there. That there. Come here. And one more. There they are. Look how cute these little guys are. Ta-da! Aren't they adorable? But anyway, I just want to show them to you all together because I think they look really cute when they're piled in a little group here. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I will see you guys all next time. Have a great day, everyone.